congratulations on A Walk in the Woods.
Thank you.
It's great to talk to you today. This project is really a special project for Robert Redford.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And he is an Academy Award-winning director. So tell me, how did he handle you being the director of this very special project for him?
Well, first of all, when I met Bob, we got on wonderfully, and one of the things I told him that I loved about this picture was that it would give him a chance to sort of exercise comedic muscles that he doesn't often get to exercise in films. And I think he just felt, he trusted my instincts and told me that he wanted to take off his producer's hat, take off his directing hat, and just focus on Robert Redford, the actor, and really, focus on, bringing the character of Bill Bryson to life. So he handed the baton to me. So.
Well, it sounds like it's very relaxing for both of you in that regard. Then you both got to do your jobs. You're in your 50s. This is a story about two guys that are older than you and aging. But as the story and directing the story, what does that mean to you personally?
Oh, well, I think that personally, whether you're in your 50s, your 60s, your 70s, or your 30s, I think what happens is that you for a lot of us, we kind of reach a point where we don't know what the next step in our lives is. What's it going to be? And that's what happens to Bob's character. Bill Bryson reaches a point where he feels creatively he's at a dead end. And it's a serendipitous thing that his old burned-out friend, Stephen Katz, bursts into his life and fairly insists on walking this trail with him. So I think that for me, the lesson that these guys learn is that there's always another adventure around the corner. That life, requires living. It doesn't matter what age you're at. There's still another adventure awaiting you.
And as you were filming, did the two of them, sort of as they're exploring their characters and they're walking through the trail and you're filming, did some things happen that may have reflected their age and their actual doing of this film and the story? Was there anything that came up that you sort of maybe may have added to the movie?
Well, I think that I think that they certainly knew what they were in for in terms of the physical challenges of the role, but that doesn't mean they liked it day to day. And when we're doing scenes where the two actors with heavy backpacks on have to walk up steep inclines and say a page and a half of dialogue, and then I call cut and I say, all right, let's do it again and again. Let's do one more. I think, at times I think that they started to bristle at it, but they knew that each time it was getting better and better. So did they discover something about themselves along the way? I'm sure they did. I will say that the film succeeds entirely because of how much they're able to, use those roles to express something of their own personality.
And then just one final question is, you started the filming at the head of the actual Appalachian
Yes.
Trail,
Mm-hmm.
and you met some people who were actually beginning their journey there. Were there things that you learned from those actual people that helped?
In the scene where Bob and Nick start the trail, there's a woman who passes between them. She's an extra, but she's probably in her early 20s, and when I introduced myself to her, and she said that she had hiked the entire trail the year before by herself. And had been stuck in the middle of blizzards, had been in a tent by herself with a black bear roaming around outside, and this woman seemed so not the kind of person I would ever expect would walk 2,100 miles. She did it. So I guess I'm just sort of awed by, I'm like awed by anyone who can walk 10 miles, let alone 2,100 miles.
Well, it's a beautiful movie, and thank you very much for being with Android TV today.
Thanks. Thank you.
We're going to promote the heck out of it.
Oh, thank you so much.